Happy Friday, Boalia Desmond here. Thank you for tuning in. Today is Celebration Friday, so we are celebrating you at whatever it is that you did. That you had, if you had set out a goal this week and you have executed it, you were successful. Okay, the fact that you took the action is what creates success. So we celebrate you today in whatever it is that you set out to do and you actually did. And today I also want to celebrate Salome's life by saying she did well, she lived a good life, she finished her race well. So I thank you for all the messages. I thank you for the kind words, the sympathies. They meant the world to me. So I thank you so much. So we celebrate you. Pat yourself on the back and say, good job, self. So I titled my message today, Don't Be a Person of Good Intentions. Okay, this message is actually taken from my friend and mentor, John C. Maxwell, came out with a book called Change Your World. He wrote a book with Rob Haskins that actually just got published, I think 2 days ago. It just came out 2 days ago. So it's called Change Your World. And this is a part that he talks about a person with good intentions versus a person who takes good action, right? You don't want to be a person with good intentions. Good intentions don't mean anything. Chances are you decided, oh yeah, I'm going to do something, but you really never did it, right? So I pray that yesterday, as you heard about losing my friend so suddenly, that it caused a sense of urgency inside of you to either take some action. Don't be a person who intends to contact that friend that you haven't for a long time, or do something about your own situation or your own health or whatever. Let it create a sense of urgency to say, you know what, life is short. Life is short. But it takes courage, doesn't it? So maybe you've been afraid. Maybe you've been, holding back on doing something and it remains as an intention. But again, good intentions don't mean a thing to anybody. It's the action that matters. Salome changed her world, right? She cared enough about the people who were around her that she wanted everybody to meet and know about her best friend, Jesus, the love of her life. She cared enough about people to say, you know what, she wanted them to spend eternity in heaven. She changed her world, the world around her. So I want to go through some of the characteristics that John C. Maxwell talks about, people with good intentions versus people who take good action. Okay, so people with good intentions, they want to, but they always find ways not to. I want to do this, but somehow you talk yourself out of it. Okay, that's not good. You don't get results that way. Good people with good intentions, they want to add value to others, but they find a way not to. People with good actions, they want to add value to others, and they find a way to get it done. People with good intentions, they can be passive, they can be inconsistent, and they can be disappointing. Have you ever found yourself in this situation where, you saw someone, right? You were talking and you're like, yeah, I'm going to call you next week and we should set something up and we can get together or whatever. And then you see them again and you realize, uh-oh, that's right, I was going to call them, right? You had good intentions and somehow it slipped away or you just completely forgot or whatever. But to that person, it's disappointing. It can be a disappointment. We can even be disappointed in ourselves because we had good intentions, but we didn't follow through. People with good actions, they're deliberate and they're consistent. And there's a fine line between words and results. Don't just let things be words. Take action and execute them. Follow through with what it is that you said you're going to do. And then I want to leave you with this. He says the do's and do nots. The biggest gap between failure and success is the difference between I should and I did. Be a person who does. And not the person who says I should really start that new diet. I should really start reading books. I should really start working on myself. Be a person that does. Take action. Go from a person of good intentions to a person who takes good action. So I thank you for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow.